sucks. Butting heads with our old fucking enemies is one thing, but doing it just to benefit that piece of crap who makes us do his dirty work? Shit. I don't like those guys, but I flat out hate Dandolo.
Halt! Don't move! What are you doing? In case you haven't heard, there's been a truce and a peace treaty's being negotiated.
Yeah, we heard. Truth is, though, we're not part of Abundance anymore.
If you're seeking asylum, I'm sorry, but...
That's not what we're after. Even if the deal's tempting... Just listen. We work for a guy who wants nothing more than to restart the war between your corporation and Abundance. We were sent to attack you and make it look like Abundance broke the truce.
So why are you telling me?
Because I've seen too much blood and war for one lifetime. But I need a favor. Our backer wanted us to bring back your uniforms to prove we accomplished the mission.
Your employer won't just take your word for it? Doesn't sound like such a good employer. Here, take this key. It'll get you into our stock over there. We always have some spares. You're a Technomancer too? What a shame. Would have been nice to just talk. Exchange information we know about the settlers. About Earth.
Maybe another time, yeah? Thanks for the key. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Death to the humans! Cain avenges us!
You wanted to see me?
Yes. I apologize once again for having to play this role in front of you, but the situation was a difficult one, and I could not risk blowing my cover.
I understand. You're one of Dandolo's spies too?
No, I work for my people, even if Dandolo was a precious ally. I was in Ophir to plan an escape, but it was not exactly what I wanted to tell you about. I would like to offer you my services.
You're also a mercenary?
No, I am not interested in serum. And a Technomancer ally, yes. It is rare for mutants to know someone with your talents. So if you need a hand or any information, you know where to find me. And maybe I will ask for your services once in a while.
All right. Can't go through here.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Do you have a moment?
Zachariah? Come. A moment, please, if you will.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. Yes, I've been expecting you. I saw a young man with a missing arm that I know from somewhere.
You know Lucky?
If memory serves correct, yes. And you did as well. Started your apprenticeships together, but in that life, he carried the name Andrew. And like you, he came not from a family of technomancers either.
Starting to ring a bell. It was an accident too, yes?
Indeed, he was simply too powerful to instruct, filled with an overabundance of fluid we did not know how to control. So he overloaded, destroying part of the school, wounding you, losing his own arm.
I always believed he died that day.
We acted in haste, out of fear, to hide our incompetence, having never seen such power before, let alone from a child. So we stole him away, spread rumor he had died, and paid a merchant to care for him, one who gave his word that he could find a teacher able to instruct the child on how to master the fluid.
And so Andrew was taught how to control this fluid, but never how to utilize it into technomancy ever again. And you think he still resents you for it?
Would not you? Would not we all? Which is why we must help him now become the Technomancer he might have been, had we not failed him.
But without his arm, how could he use his abilities?
Arms are merely slaves of the head. So long as you have a head, you have a hope. And though at times first impressions can be deceiving, it appears you have not lost your head. Hope is not lost. Good prosthesis. A bypass circuit.
Scott?
A man needs time to think. Youngsters are always so impatient. Did I ever tell you about the time when I was a medical intern? I infiltrated someone's biceps to see if... forget it. It's not even related to the conversation.
Mr. Seeker, whatever you can do to fix our mistake, I would be forever obliged.
We'll take care of it. Thank you, Connor.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
We found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit. Convoy attack went off as planned. We left the witnesses and brought back the uniforms.
Oh, delightful. And these uniforms, so spotless after a bloody battle. You deserve a round of applause for fighting like such a gentleman. Now, if I had a choice, I wouldn't assign you a new mission so quickly, but alas, it's urgent. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant threat. Scuffles in our fair city and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best. I moved the rover for you. If Ophir finds the road in, it won't be because of me.
Yes, I already heard. Sorry if the request seemed paranoid. Better safe than sorry.
So, just when I thought shit couldn't be worse. Her engine's been blown like a John in a whorehouse. Gonna need some spare parts now. A stator, a thermic regulator, a rotor. With only a few rovers out there, it's not like you can just grab those parts from the nearest merchant. There is one in Ophir, though. He used to have them machined for me from scratch. And I heard there may be someone else here in Noctis who sells them too. However, when it comes to prices, since we don't have abundance of support, it's not the same anymore. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, honey. I wouldn't mind seeing you go broke, but there are other options. Let me think. In my shed, I had a replacement stator ready to go. I imagine that the area is closely monitored, but if you manage to sneak in, maybe you could recover it. I also had a delivery waiting. The quartermaster, Ryan Stewart. I imagine he must still have a rotor in his inventory since I'm not there anymore. It won't be easy to get it back, but that's your problem.
I go back with Ryan. Know his inventory well. Though with all those soldiers in the barracks, it'll be a tough nut to crack.
The final option's a robber I heard of who parts everything he fucking finds. Not a guy I'd want to grab a drink with, but I heard he's got spare rover parts. May have one of the ones we need. And I've heard that he wasn't interested in serum. Maybe you'll have to take chances, who knows? Anyway, it could be a lead. One last thing. I found the tools I'll need. However, I was in such a rush that I forgot to take my serum. I don't have a single drop of it left. And since around here they don't give away freebies...
Here, take this. You will be able to buy your tools.
Well done. Wow, this is great. You just have to go get me the parts now.
I'll take care of it. The shed, Ryan's inventory, the looter, or if I want to go broke, the merchants. See? I remember everything.